Well, that's a cool patch. Perfect. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning back in. This is part 2. This is part 2. This is part 2 for preparing for basic military training. Some things that escaped the top of my dome. I took some time to think and add on to for the next video. Some more things to think about before you get to basic, okay? Reporting statements. I touched on this in a short. You're going to need to know your reporting statement. It's critical. Anytime your DIs or your MTIs or daddies in the Navy, anytime you're addressed by your training instructors, you're going to give them a reporting statement. And this is going to prepare you for possible statements that you're going to give in your time in. For my guys that are going in security forces, reporting statement is an absolute must because this is going to later translate into a post brief. And post brief is going to be very nerve-wracking depending on who's visiting your post. So make sure that you are learning that reporting statement. It's only going to benefit you to prepare you for that role. And this doesn't just pertain to Air Force security forces. This pertains to military wide. So make sure you guys understand that and learn and practice your reporting statements. I will find out. Next. Uniform standards. It's a huge one. Don't look at me. Don't look at me, okay? Don't look at me, okay? Don't fucking look at me. This is the standard, okay? This is what you want to live up to. And don't tell Sergeant High. Please don't tell him. Wouldn't that be funny if you saw this video? Uniform standards. Uniform standards is an absolute must. Obviously, you're going to be using uniforms. Why not go ahead and start looking at uniforms now? I'll be covering uniforms very soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But make sure you're already looking at uniform standards and you're set before going to basic. Chain of command, incredibly important. Obviously, there's a structure in the military. Your lowest ranking individuals, your bottom feeders, all the way up to your highest ranking individuals. Those who have the most pull, those who say whatever goes. So make sure you're learning that. There are 2 different kinds of ranks, unless you're in the Army, because you like to be special, whatever. Pretty much you're going to have your enlisted and you're going to have your officer. The Army likes to be special and add warrant officer onto that. That's neither here nor there. That's why they don't have air superiority. It's going to go all the way from E1 to E9. Unless you're a perpetual drunk, and in that case, E1 to E4. You're not making it past E4. And then for your officers, you have O1 to O10, or God. I will pull up some charts you guys can look at and study so that you guys can understand the ranking system. Also, this is really important that I will also touch on a little bit later. Make sure you're also appropriately placing your ranks with the appropriate people. This is to include all the people that are in the training squadron. You have an MTI who is a master sergeant so-and-so, tech sergeant, technical sergeant so-and-so. I got chewed out because I called someone a tech sergeant. Yeah, in basic, don't be that guy. Know your ranks, especially the ranks that are affiliated with the training squadron, and make sure you are addressing them appropriately. Please address them appropriately. If you fuck that up, you fuck everything up, okay? You might as well come and visit me. I'll set you straight because I'm the standard. Learn your hospital corners. I'll go over those 2 later on, but learn your hospital corners. That is incredibly important. You're going to be doing hospital corners every single day, every day. And they will be checking it to see how perfect you can do them. And if you mess up even the slightest, they'll rim you for it. Next, learn how to properly fold and roll your clothes. You're going to be doing a lot of that throughout basic. You're going to be rolling your santies. You're going to be rolling your socks. I do believe that you're going to be folding your PTUs, physical training uniforms. So make sure you understand which ones you're folding, how you're folding it, which ones you're rolling, and how to roll it. And I'll also go over that later on. Labeling towels and clothes. That is incredibly important. The way you're going to label it is your last initial, last 4 of your social security number, okay? And then you email that to me with the rest of your social security number. Don't do that. This eliminates the confusion of who's whose. Label every single thing you have. It's very important that you do that so that nothing gets messed up, nothing gets mixed up, everything runs smoothly. If I remember correctly, when the laundry needs to be done, everything will be in a mesh zipper bag, and they just throw that in the washer. They do that. Some squadrons I know, like Disneyland, will have their own built-in laundry system. So you better hope you get Disneyland. But in case something happens, because it always does, you're prepared for that. There's a saying in the military that pretty much rules everything. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's going to save you in a lot of situations. Volunteer for child labor. Who the fuck wrote this? Don't volunteer for child labor. Be voluntold to. Like I said before, you don't want to stick out. You want to keep your head down. You want to keep pushing. Here's a big one. Eat clean. It's all the more tempting on the weekends because your MTI isn't there to eat like shit. To eat the burger, to eat the grilled cheese. It's all the more tempting. Don't do it. Don't do it. I tell you guys, eat clean most of the time. You can have 1 to 2 cheat days a week, and it's not bad advice. It saves you from overindulging in shitty food. But guys, when you're going through basic, you're going to be doing a lot of physical exercise. So you want to fuel your body with the best kind of fuel that you can. A lot of calories, a lot of carbs, it's going to cause you a lot of problems. Because then guess what? You're blowing chunks out of both ends. That doesn't look good. That don't look good for anybody. Make sure you're eating clean. Foot powder. I touched on baby powder not too long ago, but make sure you're also using foot powder. You're going to be in boots a lot. Your feet are going to be cooking in them. So you want to make sure you're taking care of your feet. You don't want to get trench foot. That shit sucks. I never got trench foot. Never really experienced too much of that. But I have had quite a few situations where my feet were absolutely drenched in sweat. My socks were wet, and I was in there for hours, wishing that I had some foot powder. So use foot powder. It's going to save your feet. Always take care of your feet. Your feet are the foundation of your body. If your feet suffer, everything else suffers. Like I tell you guys how men are the foundations of families and nations, your feet are the foundation of you. So make sure you're keeping your feet dry and well supported. EC duty. There are going to be times where you're pulling EC duty. It's called entry controller or entry control. And these duties are very important. If you let your MTI in without proper access, you're screwed. You are screwed, your flight is screwed, or whatever training group is screwed. When you get into the military, it's not just your mistake. That shit affects so many other people around you too. So you got to keep that in mind. There are procedures for things that must happen in a specific way. If they don't, it's a huge problem. And you'll learn these procedures by detail when you get into basic. And make sure you're following them. Expect to see this when you get in. See if you can find information on this now before you get in so that you can be ready for it when the time comes. Time management skills. I would start putting yourself under stress before basic to build that time management skill. You're going to be doing a lot of fast-paced things. A lot of things seem like you don't have enough time to do. When you get up in the morning, you hardly any time to do hospital corners, to get ready, shower, clean the latrine, all that stuff. Start testing yourself now to prepare yourself for this fast-paced environment that you're going to find yourself in when you get to basic. Marching and facing movements. I will also cover marching and facing movements for sure. Go ahead and start practicing marching and facing movements now. Understand that branches do things differently. However, for the majority of marching and facing movements, it's relatively the same. Make sure you're understanding that and practicing it before you get to basic. Don't be that dimwit that salutes with his left hand. Or, God forbid, you salute with your palm open. You would think that this is common sense. It's not. I touched on this earlier about ranks. Master Sergeant, so-and-so. Senior Airman, so-and-so. A1C, so-and-so. Learn to go by last names. You're going to go by last names in the military. So it means something truly special when you call someone by their first name or someone calls you by your first name. But you will be going by last names, and ranks will precede that. And that's how you will address people in your chain of command. It doesn't matter if they're one rank above you, you will still give them that respect by addressing them by the proper rank. Unless you're brave or didn't watch my videos. Dog tags you will receive when you're in. They'll have your information. First, middle, initial, and last name, your whole social on there. They'll have your religious affiliation, and I also believe they'll have your blood type. But you will receive them in basic. So make sure you're memorizing your social. Make sure you are very familiar with your religious views, and make sure you know your name. I've seen that happen. People just forgot their name. Yeah. So you will be getting rank upon completing basic military training. That's obvious. What's not so obvious is the rank that you get upon signing your contract. For the Air Force, I do know if you sign for 4 years, you come out as an airman. If you sign for 6 years, you come out as an airman first class, an A1C. Now, you don't have to sign for either one, but if you want to make this a career, hands down, I would sign for 6 years. I would absolutely sign for 6 years so you can get that head start in the ranks. That's what a lot of them don't tell you. So again, guys, make sure you are in the right mindset. Mindset is going to be incredibly important to carry you through any situation in basic. If you don't have the right headspace, you're not going to last very long. For those of you who are new, there was a kid who had a mental breakdown the first couple of days of basic. It was really rough for him. So make sure that you're in the right headspace and that you can take all of these stressors. I would start looking at what basic looks like. You can find these videos on YouTube. I've found these videos myself when I was preparing for basic, and it helped me out a lot. Listen, guys, don't make it to be this big thing, okay? It's not going to be as bad as what you think it is, unless it's as bad as what you think it is. It's not going to be this big thing. It's not going to be this uber stressful type situation where it breaks you down and you can't get back up. They're going to break you down, but they will build you back up. And that's the whole point of basic. So don't psych yourself out. You guys got this. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. I hope that you can take something away from this video and it really helps you prepare for basic and you do well in basic. I would love to hear from you guys after you've completed basic and you're already out in the military, and let me know if what I was talking about really helped you. That would be awesome to hear. I would love to hear that. So guys, make sure you're taking care of yourself, both mind and body. Take care of each other. If someone's having a rough day in the comments, please lift them up, give them the right information, and send them off in the right direction, okay? Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll talk to you soon. I miss Miranda. Hey, what are you talking about? We stopped talking like 2 years ago. It's not that long.
I just, it's you.